You too. Shout out to Kwame Brown, bro, for this type of information, bro. Like I follow him. I'm a fan of him, bro. Real talk. I am a fan of this individual because the knowledge he's trying to give us, everybody ain't trying to give it, bro. But smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, man. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Boys, the Brown boys, the Brown boys,
Go follow him,
the
y'all.
Brown boys,
Go
the
follow
Brown
him,
boys,
please.
the Brown boys. 90 to 95% of your athletes are going to be broke
That's tough right there. That's tough.
after they're done playing, okay? And let me explain why. All right, let me explain why. Um, I don't care how good your investment strategy is. I don't care how many degrees you got. They're going to legally take their money.
That's what they tell you. I'm sorry, Kwame. I'm sorry, bro. But that's what they tell you. Graduate, get some degrees, do this, invest right, and all that. He giving us that sauce that we need. You know what I'm saying?
There's certain accounts that they're going to put their money in. Most of these basketball players are going to be broke. Basketball, football, most of your top celebrities, I don't care if they made 50, 60, 100, 200 million dollars here.
That's crazy. So you bust your ass, work your ass off, your whole life. When you retire, you broke. That's
Is
tough.
why Floyd Mayweather is going through the same situation. They're going to take your money because most of black athletes think I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough to manage this money, so I need someone that's smarter than me to manage this money. When
Program.
your great great grandfather wasn't that smart, he just
Yes.
knew better than give somebody else his money. Your great grandfather may not have had as much education in you, may not have as much. Well, my grandfather he dropped out of high school, so I had more education than my grandfather. But he was smart enough to never give another person his money. Granddad, whatever he had, would put it up under that goddamn bed. Grandma, same way. Shoebox,
He ain't
38.
lying though. He ain't
Smith and
lying.
Wesson. They're not giving people their money. And we used to have a mindset like that. Now, of course, with the amount of money that they're making on these contracts, you can't have $50 million under the bed. Cool. But what you don't have to do is give them authorizations by signing up for certain accounts that require a manager over that account. There's certain accounts in the banks, and all of these NBA players have these HAC accounts. I forgot what it was called because I don't have that shit no more. But
That's crazy though. So they set you up for failure though. So you really the whole time playing for free.
these accounts require a manager. You can be the person who made all this money. You can call and say, hey, I want to get my money, this, and that. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to give you the illusion that you're the one that's making the decision. They're going to say, okay, yep, Mr. Brown, this and that. You have a manager over this account? Okay, thank you. They're going to hang up with you and they're going to call your manager.
That's crazy. You made all that money. They hang up and call somebody that you paying. You signed him. You chose him. How he gonna tell me what to do with my money? He got that much power over you.
The person, if you sign that paper for that account, they run that account. It's their account. It's not yours. You just a dummy that's making the money. They have a fiduciary responsibility to do right by you. But most of these regulations on this fiduciary responsibility, it only comes with a fine. So if you give me responsibility over all this money, and I strategically, because you can't have more than 100,000 on certain accounts. So how they break it up, you'll have 15, 20 accounts with the largest bulk of these guys' money in these accounts. They don't even know how much money they got. Trust me. They got 15, 20 accounts that's ran by a manager. That manager is now taking that money and they're playing with the stock market. Somebody that's making a salary job, playing with these guys millions of dollars.
That's crazy. So somebody making 150K playing with millions, losing my money.
Every month they on there. Every week, every 2 weeks they get paid. They're taking 30 and 40,000, 250,000 over here, 400,000 over here, and they're doing it at the stroke of a button. And they're getting paid for every transaction going and coming, right? So they don't have to really make you no money. So
Whoa.
That's crazy right
I
there.
just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
That's free game right there.
Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't.
That's free
if
game.
you're a woman that has a husband that plays a professional sport, go tell them if there's any woman or there's any man that has to be a manager to be on this account. Ladies, that don't ask the players. If you married to them, you go to the bank and check yourself. If you, because trust me, it's happening to them. If you have a son that plays sport, it's not really a power of attorney per se. To have that specific account, you have to give them, well, it kind of is a power of attorney, because to have this certain type of account, it requires a manager over that account.
That's crazy right there.
You do not need that account. Trust me. The only thing these guys need to do, they can manage their own money. The S&P 500 tells you the top 500 companies. If you follow these companies, you're going to make 10% on your money. That's guaranteed. And then if you do what your grandfather would do, they say, boy, they ain't making no more land. So shout out to Rollo. What did Rollo do? He was just in prison.
That's free game. Don't let that go over y'all head, y'all.
That swagger got you tripping like Craig the next Friday, big dog. Salute. Rollo went to prison, get back out of prison, buy up his neighborhood, and now he's renting to his whole neighborhood. He's about to create shopping centers and stores and salon suites in his own neighborhood. What is stopping these athletes from doing that instead of putting their money into these accounts? Because when they put their money into these accounts, that's how these hedge funds are getting their loans from the bank off these NBA players' money. They're making more money for it to be taken and given to illegal and building America, because they're not going to get the money back.
That's crazy right there.
So what's going to happen with Floyd is that he's going to win something. They do something wrong. They're okay. But it's the same way with the trademark industry. Most of these people will do something illegal in the trademark thing because they know they're going to settle out of court. If they're going to make a $500-600 million and they can settle with you for a 50 million or 100 million, why wouldn't they steal your trademark? They're going to do it anyway.
That's crazy, bro. This man dropping so many jewels in here. You hear me? He dropping so many jewels, bro. I watched this like 3 times, bro. Listen, the reason why I watched it 3 times is because I don't know what God got planned for me. I got 5 YouTube channels. 5. One of them might make it. The other, it might open up the door for the others eventually get monetized. I don't know none of this. So I'm listening.
Because they still make money. So that's the same way that they're doing with these accounts. With this fiduciary responsibility they have to do right by you, if they break that, most times it's just a fine because of what you're going to sign in order to give them the responsibility of that account. So I'm telling you, if you are married to a NBA, NFL, baseball player, you don't have to go ask him. Take his ass down to the bank, set him down in front of that financial advisor and say, you're going to show me all these accounts that he has money in that you're the manager of. And we want to take all of that money out of those accounts and we're going to change it into another account that does not require a manager. And when we tell you to transfer money, that is your only responsibility, to move my money. You don't invest it unless I tell you to. You don't do anything unless I tell you to. And you're going to see that when you get the money back out of those accounts, do it today. When you get the money back out of those accounts, it's not going to be the same amount you thought was in.
That's crazy right there. So the whole time they just spending your money, enjoying themselves, investing. Oh yeah, I think Timmy business gonna blow up today. I'm finna put 100,000 in
those accounts. Just deal with that right now.
That's
and
crazy.
You might have a little money to fight the case. Don't do because most times what happened is they'll wait till the player doesn't have money to fight the case. And by the time you figure out what they done, because they slick at what they do, by the time that you find out what they've done, you don't have the money to take it all the way to the door and fight the case.
Ooh, so they drain you dry. You hear me? It's like cancer, bro. They killing you slow. You hear me?
Trust me, you're not gonna have all the money.
Ooh.
You're gonna settle for a much smaller amount, and you're gonna go on about your day. That's why most athletes are working in warehouses. Most athletes are hiding from life
Mm.
because what's going to happen is you're going to get divorced from your girl or your girlfriend. She's going to leave. Most of these women are only around for the lifestyle. All of you brothers, if you never listen to anything I've said, because I think the reason why they flag my channel so much is not because I'm arguing with people. Nigga, I'm gonna talk my shit just like they're gonna talk theirs. But I tell you the truth. Most of these athletes, especially they do it to the black ones because they have the perfect cover. Most of us come from broken homes.
Listen to him, bro. Listen.
Most of us don't have financial literacy.
Mm.
So the mainstream media is not even going to pick up on it because why? It's not something that needs to be talked about. These guys go broke because they're not smart with money.
Mm.
Okay, well then why won't you fix that? Why won't you teach that in schools? And why won't you ask these banks what are they doing with their money? Because if these banks and these money managers are making them so much money and they're so good at what they're doing, then they should be able to make up for the bullshit mistakes these guys make with the
He ain't lying though. He ain't lying.
amount of money they make.
Mm-hmm.
With the amount of money, $60 million should be enough to make mistakes, to have fun, to party. You should have enough money for a lifetime to make all the mistakes you want. If you're making 10% on 60 million a year, you can make money you can make all the fun and mistakes just off the 10% on your money.
Mm-hmm.
So please tell me how does what's going on to these athletes make any sense? Because it don't. And y'all know it don't. So if you have these accounts, you might think you're set that I can't go broke. I make $200 million. And I know might be showing you on a computer screen that you have a lot of money.
That
Yeah,
digital.
when a new investment come in, they might can show you a performance that you good. But trust me, that's just smoke and mirrors. You don't touch that money. That's just to show you that you go touch the money then. If you got that kind of money you think you got, tell them, hey, look here, I need you to transfer 10. I bet you the average NBA player the ones that's making 50, 60 million dollars a year, $40 million, $20 million a year, the average NBA player can't touch $5 million, can't transfer $5 million in one day.
That's crazy right there, bro. That's tough. You hear me?
They don't have the capacity. They don't have $5 million on hand. And nobody's going to allow them to do it. They're going to get strung through so many ropes. Hey, why are you going to invest in that? Why are you going to do this? Why are you going to do that? Because that money belongs to them and you never getting it back. I'm telling you that right now. So if you guys are in these accounts, which you are, just go and check. Ask, is there a manager on my account? Anything with ACH, whatever, that's the account I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Those are the accounts that you don't want to be in. You can set these accounts up on your own where you're the manager of the account. Go to the bank yourself because you kind of need these accounts, to be honest with you. You need multiple accounts to protect yourself, but don't put a manager over those accounts that's not named your name.
Gotcha.
You be the manager on all of those accounts. Otherwise, you're going to have the doo-doo face. Trust me, you're going to have the doo-doo face.
Hey, y'all, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, bro. Shout out to Kwame Brown for this information, bro. If you made it this far, bro, go follow him, bro. This what type of content he put out, bro. Real talk, he dropped jewels.